Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk about playing Claw and whether or not I think playing Claw can cause wrist problems, because it's a common sentiment in the Fortnite community that if you play Claw, you are going to have wrist problems. And being someone who has played Claw for close to 12 years, I haven't experienced any pain, and I feel like it's just a common misconception. If you do enjoy this video, please do remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and comment down below what you think of this topic. If you don't know what playing Claw is, basically it's your index finger is on the A, X, B, Y buttons, or triangle, circle, X, and square if you play on PlayStation at all times, and then your middle finger is on the trigger. Normally when people hold their controller, their index finger is on the trigger and the middle finger is on the back of the controller. With Claw, you put your index finger on those buttons. That way you can hit all of them at any given time without taking your thumb off the analog stick. And you see paddled controllers accomplish the same thing, allowing the users to hit certain inputs without taking their thumb off the analog stick, so they always have control of their characters, essentially. And playing Claw is kind of outdated. Back in the day when I started playing Claw, there wasn't paddled controllers. I don't remember seeing those until like Modern Warfare 3, and I started, which was in 2012, I think, or 2011. And I started playing Claw in like 2008 during Call of Duty World at War. So I've played Claw for a long time, several years, and I personally haven't had any wrist pain as a result of playing Claw. I have had problems with my left wrist, but if you play Claw and you only play single Claw, your left hand is like identical playing Claw to playing normal. Like there's no difference there. And the main point I wanted to talk about in this video is that if you play a lot and you don't stretch your hands or wrists or whatever, you can have problems regardless if you play Claw, if you play normal, if you play mouse and keyboard. I've seen like countless pro players in mouse and keyboard games have wrist problems after having like several years of like a career and several years of playing. So my main point with making this video was just because I wanted to tell you guys that it isn't necessarily playing Claw that's the problem, it's just playing a lot in general. If you don't stretch, you're likely going to have wrist problems, and stretching really does not take long at all, usually like 2 to 3 to 4 minutes tops. Before and after I play, I do wrist stretches, and I will link a channel down in the description below who makes a video on this topic, but I'm going to play a clip right here just so you guys can get a basic idea of what the videos are.
Straight out, elbow straight, bring your hand straight up as if your palm is against the wall, and want to do it two different ways. Take your other hand and bring your fingers back. Extend your fingers back with your elbow straight.
But yeah, if you think that would be helpful to you, I will link his channel down in the description below because he does have some very helpful videos. Find a few things that work for you. Do them every single day before you play. Do them after you play. Take like probably 5 minutes total combined, and you're going to be much happier in the long run if you do that. I find it very odd that people are so against playing Claw because they act like they really care about their wrist, but they won't do something as simple as this even though they play normal. It takes very little time. You should definitely do it if you're someone who's going to be playing a lot. And I do personally play a lot. I'll show you my Twitch VODs real quick. As you can see, I have a almost 11-hour stream, an almost 6-hour stream, 5.5 hours, basically 5 hours, almost 7 hours. I stream a lot every single day. So if Claw was like a massive problem, I feel like I would have developed problems by now. Like I said, I've played for close to 10 years, maybe more like this. I'm pretty sure I switched in Call of Duty World at War, and I've always played a lot. If I had my 360, I would pull up my like playtime in those games, but I've played a lot ever since I started playing Xbox pretty much. I've always played like at least like 3 or 4 hours a day probably. So I feel like if I was going to have problems, I would have had them by now. And like I said, I did have problems on my left wrist in the past, but I don't think that is from playing Claw because nothing with the left hand changes if you play Claw normally on Xbox. Some PlayStation players play double Claw, but that doesn't really work on Xbox, and I don't do that. My left hand is just completely normal. And I've seen other controller players in Call of Duty. For example, Scumpy, he plays Claw and has played Claw, I think, his entire career, and he's been one of the best players since like 2011, and still to this day, he's one of the best players in Call of Duty. So it's not necessarily playing Claw that's a problem. Some people are going to have problems. If you play Claw and it hurts, don't do it. That's not good, but I personally have never experienced any pain from playing Claw. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm going to let the gameplay play out. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please do remember to give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more. Also, let me know in the comments what you think of this down below. Thanks for watching.
I'm here.
I had this guy really weak.
Cracked them both for a lot. Nice. This kid is really bad. I'm popping another mini. Storm's coming in 10 seconds. Oh! Guys, snipe at a school trooper. East. Directly east. Nice. He's down here now.
I'm using a big pot.
Okay.
There's one underneath us, like directly underneath us.
Yeah. He's on me. Ooh, a big pot right there. Oh, my cat's on my desk. That guy's really weak.
I'll get him.
I literally can't see my mouse pad because of my cat.
Dead.
Nice. Oh. I'm gonna drop down a level.
Alright.
I'm popping minis and a big pot.
Alright, I'm going back for the mats and stuff. I was just tunneling out to get like distance.
Do you have another mini?
Yeah, I have 6.
Okay, could you bring me one? Thank you.
In a small area with pumps. The guy behind us is dead. Never mind.
Nice. I'm gonna start double wall floor ramping up.
Alright. They RPG'd?
Dude, these kids are so annoying.
Yup. Nice.
Hit one, 105. I'm gonna full.
Down one, down one.
Nice.
I'm so good with the RPG, bro. Even though it's the most newbie weapon ever.
Where is he?
He went
What
down a
the-
level. He's going down again.
He's weak, one hit.
Nice.
Got him.
Oh, they were the same skin. I was so confused how I beamed some kid and then you like sniped him. And